stop.
Whoa!
Don't.
You can't say that. You can't say that, bro. Whoa, buddy, like you're gonna get a knock at the door from the feds. How dumb are you? Holy! Oh man, it's time for the big time showdown between HASAN and the ADL.
Let's go. And if you're watching the Clip channel, remember to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Ring that bell.
This is actually wild.
So for those of you who've been living under a rock, there was a vile anti-Semitic terrorist attack in Washington, D.C., where a young, loving couple were gunned down in the streets for the crime of simply being Jewish in public by a sick, radicalized fan of the Free Palestine agenda. And then the disgusting terrorist yelled out Free Palestine after he did it. Well, this has led to a lot of heat coming down on HASAN PIKER's head and on all of the bread tubers, all of the Free Palestine supporters. Let's have a look here at the first clip.
Here. Oh, is it? Oh, sorry.
So this is, there it is. No, that's right.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So this is, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we were in the right folder. So H3H3 weighs in. As you watch HASAN fans and Twitter leftists celebrate the murder of two innocent Israelis, understand that me and Hila are just as valid targets to them.
Whoa!
I've known this as people like HASAN and iDUBBBZ lecture me about hallucinating threats. I knew this the moment I ended Leftovers. Why would I want to be a member of a community that would literally cheer on my death? There is a toxic, violent, nihilistic extremism brewing on the left, and it should scare us all. I, for one, am terrified of the radical, violent extremism coming from the left.
Same here.
And I believe something needs to be done. Thankfully, there is a brave hero who's standing up for all of us. The unlikely hero of this story, Jonathan Greenblatt.
Let's go.
The CEO of the ADL. All of us are literally shaking right now at the horror of this left-wing extremism. But Mr. Greenblatt is here to bring comfort and security to us all. Take it away, Mr. Greenblatt.
But all of us need to call it out. I'm thinking about the New York Times doing a gauzy profile a few weeks ago of this gamer, HASAN PIKER.
This gamer, HASAN PIKER. Let's go, ADL. Let's go, ADL. Let's go. Get him. Get him. Get this fake gamer, HASAN PIKER, out of here. The New York Times was glorifying this man, doing a big puff piece about him, and that directly led to the death of innocent Jewish civilians in the streets of Washington, D.C. HASAN PIKER must be stopped by any and all means. How many more must die before HASAN is brought to justice? How many more bodies must pile up in the streets? The blood of these people is on HASAN's hands. And I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. He's a stochastic terrorist.
He employs awful genocidal rhetoric against Jewish
people. Let's go! Oh, no! Oh, that's tough for the left, buddy. You guys are employing genocidal rhetoric against Jewish people.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
They're basically Hitler.
They're worse than Hitler, to be fair.
Genocidal rhetoric against Jewish people in the Jewish state. Like, extremists should not be empowered.
That's right.
I like how CNN. It's on CNN.
This is on CNN. So you know shit's about to get real, buddy. This is on CNN. We need to deplatform the radical extremists on Twitch, HASAN PIKER and his whole crew. And it's at this moment that iDUBBBZ has joined the fight for Palestine.
Jumping on the Titanic as it starts sinking.
People who
The shoe is on the other foot. The tables have turned. Oh no. I'm definitely going to stand up for your guys' free speech rights. No. No.
You'd be better just staying as the N-word guy. Like, you know what I mean?
Be empowered. People who spout prejudice should not be platformed. This is a moment when
he's calling for the deplatforming of Hasan. Oh man, this is like the perfect Hollywood ending. They couldn't write it any better in Hollywood than this, you know? They're coming for you, Hasan. They're coming for you. The ADL's coming for you, Hasan. You could dodge the Candyman, but you can't dodge the ADL, Hasan. They're coming for you, buddy.
The writer's room like thought of a new script that's way better than the previous script.
He's blackballed.
Ourselves in the mirror and say, we've got to stop this because the consequences are deadly.
The consequences of Hasan streaming are deadly. So let's get into, I think we have Hasan. First of all, Hasan responds on Twitter saying Israel is an apartheid state doing a live stream genocide. He says it's wrong and dangerous to conflate these heinous actions with Jews. He then calls them the Apartheid Defense League.
Whoa.
Wow. I'm sure that's really going to help his case before the ADL. To call them the Apartheid Defense League doesn't, because they think they can improve Israel's standing by silencing its critics. It won't change. Do you know what this reminds me of?
What?
Doesn't it remind you of like an alt-right tweet from back in the day? It's like this. It's got the same energy, doesn't it?
Same vibe.
It's got the exact same vibe as an old school alt-right tweet when everybody was getting deplatformed.
3-4 years ago, if you from the future came to the past to talk to you, and you from the future said, Ashton, in 4 years, Hasan will be battling the ADL. Would you believe? Would you believe?
I really wouldn't believe it. Like, the ADL is now persecuting the left? What the happened? All right, so now we have I think we have a clip from Hasan.
Okay.
So, I also want to point out, I don't think I included this, but as soon as the attack happened, Hasan wiped his entire Discord history.
Yes, 3 times.
And he 3 separate times over the last 36 hours, Hasan PIKER deleted his entire Discord. Unfortunately for Hasan, the entire Discord history was archived by some Jewish guy and then put up on a website called like hatred.net or something like that.
My God.
As examples of vile anti-Semitic hatred. And they're all combing through it and finding the most disturbing examples of extremism for the hit piece that's sure to come. But let's hear about Hasan's reaction on stream to all of this.
Apparently, he also paused all invites to his Discord.
He paused all invites to his Discord. It's on total lockdown. And the reason why, everybody in the Discord was celebrating the killings of these Jewish people. And it was like some depraved stuff that was going on in his Discord, on his Reddit, in his chat. It was wild, bro.
Oh, someone in the chat here says that he has the invite.
Are you crazy? Chatter goes, yo, use this as your blast off meme. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay.
Okay. So now he's like,
oh no, he's backpedaling. He's backpedaling. He's coping. Look at him, bro. He's like, oh man, did we f up? By the way, Hasan, like, you live in Hollywood in a predominantly Jewish neighborhood. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, buddy?
Missed therapy appointment, so now I have to pay extra, and we're here. What is this? You about to be arrested? For what? Having a fucking fat? Don't think that's illegal. You about... True. All right.
He's trying to like, ha ha ha. We're good.
We're good, guys. We don't have to worry about anything.
Comedy.
I'm definitely not going to get arrested.
Yeah. Buddy,
He's so
Osama
bad
bin-
at this.
but when the ADL's after you, it's over, dude.
Ball and blast off. Can you get through the news before 3 p.m. when I see the new Mission Impossible streamer, man? No.
He's down bad, bro. You can tell they've taken a lot of the wind out of his sails, and his spirit is broken, buddy. He knows that there's a reckoning coming for him and his buddies, and it's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna get ugly.
I also saw something. I don't know if you saw this, but Auk on Twitter posted now
He's shook.
H3 is getting higher viewers live than
Yes.
HASAN. Did you see that?
Yes, Hassan has fallen off, and his viewership is going to H3. It's tough. iDUBBBZ picked the wrong horse.
Should I use Tyrese Halliban?
Look at him. He's shook. He's shook.
Should I do that?
Bruh.
Buddy.
I don't. No, dude, I can't. Yeah,
So
I'm
they're
not gonna
fed
use-
posting. They're like all of his chats fed posting, and he has to remind them, guys, please stop fed posting. Like this isn't the time to be fed posting.
Dang.
Dude, y'all are so stupid. Okay, guys, this is not like this is not a time to be fucking it's not a time for you to say fun, wild, edgy things.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Because he's so new to being attacked now by the ADL and like,
Man.
that he doesn't even know the word for Fed posting.
No, he doesn't
Like, you know
even.
what I mean? Like for them, it's like a new world.
Oh
Like,
no, a whole new world. The Jews are felting leftist scum. Like this is like a dream come true, you know? Oh yes, there is a God. First time, huh, Hassan? First time, eh, bud?
Okay, there are probably 1,000 people in the chat currently documenting every single thing that you guys are saying.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
oh my god.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
No,
Effort to-
Fadela, you are being monitored by the
The
federal government.
the
You're being
right-wing
monitored by
watch?
the ADL, Right Wing Watch. It's gonna be rebranded Left Wing Watch. It's kind. There's a paradigm shift. There's a pendulum swing coming here, folks.
Oh,
We're in
man.
it. We're in a new golden age. Trump is the president, and you know he's just waiting for any excuse to just come in and arrest Hassan.
Yeah.
If there's any link of any of these terror attacks to Hassan, he's getting picked up by the feds. They're gonna get him, bro. I can feel it. I can smell it. Oh, I'm excited.
Well, you have the compilation video too, right? I'm sure you do.
Oh, we can
Yeah.
play that. You
Oh,
can if you want.
Yeah, sure. It's
In an-
fucking dark, man.
Never to basically tie it back to me and this community and rob it of its context or anything like
The
that.
Context.
You're
Oh.
celebrating a terrorist attack is what's going. There's really no context to justify it if it's a serious political program.
Yeah.
And to try to get me fucking deplatformed. Like lock in. Stop
By the
Fed
way,
posting.
I love now that context suddenly matters. You know, when creators were making edgy jokes, you know, that were racial and the context doesn't matter, intent doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is you. But now suddenly the shoes are, oh, what about the context? No,
Mhm.
context context didn't help any conservative people, so it's not going to bail you out either.
You made the rules. You made the rules. You made the rules.
It's not time for memes. Just because you're anonymous
It's
doesn't
not
mean you will
time
stay
for
anonymous.
memes. Oh no! Oh no! They're not gonna stay anonymous for long, apparently. Oh no!
All the stuff, okay?
Okay, let me show this real quick. It's really
Yeah.
a 38-second clip, but watch this shit.
This is the sort of rhetoric that's coming out of Hasan's camp.
Yes.
Which, if it was any sort of right-wing influencer, they would call this stochastic terrorism.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
What the?
Whoa!
Buddy.
Damn. And iDUBBBZ tied his ship to that. And iDUBBBZ got cucked by that woman, according to Crazy Days and Nights. Blind item. Whoa, buddy.
He offered 30K?
That's a call to action, is what that is.
With a reward?
Okay. 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
Bro, that Destiny guy needs to get
Whoa! Whoa! That's pretty unhinged.
Not gonna fucking lie.
It would just be so easy to it would solve all of our problems. Like, we would have socialism now at this point, right? We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and
Just stabbed him and murdered the motherfucker?
That's what he just said.
What the f?
You know, these are the good guys. These are the empathetic good guys, the plucky underdogs that didn't do nothing. Okay.
It would be so easy.
Thing that happens.
And he's talking about Trump there, by the way.
Oh my God. Wearing a shower cap or a black chef's hat?
Thing that happens. I mean, like, holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000.
Okay, like, can we put these all go to jail?
Lock them up.
No, for real.
Lock them up.
If it was a right-wing person saying this about a leftist, hey, I'll pay you $50K if you da-da-da-da-da, we go to jail. Cops by my door in 5 seconds.
Yes.
I'd be like, all right, you're coming with me for questioning at least. At least being questioned.
Remember all the shit PewDiePie got after Christchurch?
Yes.
No, and he wasn't even political. These guys are political. These are the exact sort of communities that are watching that the shooter came out of. He was watching these people on Twitch, getting ingrained in the culture, and it's probably part of what radicalized him and led him to do what he did. Now, this clip is an example of the defense of this terrorist attack that's going on. Okay. This is not a small creator, by the way. This guy, Guy Christensen, has millions of followers and views on TikTok. He's very well known in Zoomer circles. He's a big part of, Hasan's movement, the Free Palestine movement. Listen to the way this guy describes this situation, and just think about, like, can this really be allowed to continue? Let's just hit play. Just look at this kid. So we're now at the point where Hasan Piker is radicalizing fresh-faced white kids from the suburbs into hardened extremism, becoming jihadis that are down for terrorist attacks. This is what's going on now. This is the evil of Hasan in action.
I take it back. I do not condemn the elimination of those 2 Zionist officials who worked at the Israeli embassy last night, and here's why. Israel has live streamed a genocide to the entire world.
Notice, by the way, he uses the euphemistic term eliminate rather than murdered. These are 2 people that were murdered in cold blood. These are civilians going about their day, and they were killed in broad daylight by a thug, by a terrorist scumbag who thought that he had the power of life and death over other people, and that he could make that judgment call that their lives would not continue. These are people who have families, who have friends, who are going to miss them dearly. But this piece of shit fucking Zoomer doesn't give a shit because he's been radicalized by Hasan Piker and the agenda on Twitch. He says he doesn't condemn it. Okay.
And I could talk to you for days about all the crimes, all the atrocities I reported on, and when I'm finished, you would still not know 1% of the Palestinian suffering. And you cannot expect to do such a thing in this world without the people standing up to fight to stop you in any way they can, to resist against you. And that is exactly what happened. Do not let yourself be fooled by the media, by the Zionists in this country who are telling you that this was an anti-Semitic terrorist attack.
It was
not. First of all, The man who was assassinated was a Christian Zionist, proclaiming it so on his social media. He spent his days working at the Israeli embassy, fighting to maintain Israel's genocide and support for that genocide in this country. He is a war criminal. And the same was true for...
Buddy, he's not a war criminal. He worked at an embassy. Like that, like, buddy, this is... But basically, by this logic, anybody who's a Zionist, anybody who lives in Israel is worthy of death, according to this guy.
What the fuck?
This is the rhetoric that they're moving forward with and doubling down on. And they think that this is appropriate. And they think that this is going to be accepted. And that nobody's ever going to crack down on this. There'll never be any punishment for this. Let me just tell you, man, if Richard Spencer said this shit, he would be in a cage right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is wild stuff.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, there's something that will happen soon. They'll lose their platform. Something's going to happen. Something has to give.
For the woman. This was not because they were Jewish. It was because they were Zionists. And a manifesto from the suspect in custody, Elias Rodriguez, who apparently, if we are to believe this is true, he is part of the movement and he has consistently posted about Palestine. He targeted these two because of the connection.
He didn't distance the movement from him. He said he's part of the movement.
Yeah, he made it even worse for them.
Yeah, so he's saying the movement has to have this guy's back because he's been loyal to the movement. He doesn't even understand.
Didn't he watch HASAN videos too?
Oh, yeah. Well, this guy is all about it. He's all about it. Yeah.
To the state of...
By the way, he sort of has like HASAN's like look with the glasses and the kind of, right?
Well, you know, to be fair, I don't know for a fact this guy, the shooter, was watching HASAN videos, but I know this guy does. This guy, Christensen guy, was what I was saying. But who knows? It may come out that there was a link to from this guy to HASAN, and if that does come out, HASAN is fucked. He's gonna get absolutely railroaded.
Yeah. They're calling him Soyson, this guy.
Because they are Zionists, not because they are Jews. I'm about to read you his manifesto, which he published with a signature and timestamp hours before the attack, and his name was released by the police. But I want to urge you first to support Elias's actions.
Stop! Whoa! Don't! You can't say that! You can't say that, bro! Whoa, buddy! Like, you're gonna get a knock at the door from the feds. Like, for real. I wouldn't be surprised if they've already been to this guy's house, telling people to support the actions of a terrorist murderer.
Come on, what are we doing here, guys? What are we doing?
Whoa!
He is not a terrorist. He's a resistance fighter.
What?
And the fact is that
he's not a terrorist. He's a resistance fighter. So basically, any attack against Jewish people is justified now because they're resistance fighters.
Yeah.
This is where do you stop? Where do you draw the line? So it's no longer like violence is apparently acceptable now. I'm gonna be real. I even in the alt-right days, there was very few people, if anybody, who would be this brazen with their rhetoric. Nobody I know of was this brazen with their fucking rhetoric that has a platform like this with millions of followers. But this guy just feels no fear whatsoever to say stuff like this. He believes he's on the right side of history, and he believes that he's going to get support for this.
Fight against Israel's war machine, against their genocide machine, against their criminality includes their foreign diplomats in this country and internationally. And I want to remind you that while this attack took the lives of 2 human beings, Israel has murdered thousands of Palestinian civilians in cold...
Whoa, man.
Cold blood, without any shame, with pride, rejoicing in the streets of Israel over this, and they get no attention in this country. While this attack...
What do you mean? What do you mean they get no attention? They've been crying out for attention and getting it for 2 fucking years now, man. On every university campus, everywhere. Protest after protest after protest. People like you, people like HASAN. And you're using this stuff in the Middle East to justify terrorism at home. That's unhinged, man.
Yeah, and by the way, so now the people in America and Canada and everywhere have to fight for this war in the Middle East.
Oh yeah,
It's
apparently
like fucking
so.
ridiculous. It's fucking. You know, in Toronto, there was like an emergency, and there was a pro-Palestine rally, and the ambulance couldn't make it to the fucking
Oh yeah.
the emergency in time because they had to go around the pro-Palestine. Why? Why?
But we will meet it with our own greater resistance and escalation. And
Whoa!
So are you gonna kill?
Does this guy think he's Osama bin Laden? Like, are you aware you're in your parents' fucking bedroom in California, sir, and not in a cave in Afghanistan? You're talking about meeting violence with greater escalation and resistance? He's literally promoting and calling for terrorism. What is going on?
this manifesto is genuine. If Elias is who the police is saying he is, I wholeheartedly agree. Let's read this manifesto. Halantar is a word that means something like thunder or lightning. In the wake of an act, people looked for a text to fix its meaning. So here's an attempt. The atrocities committed by Israelis against Palestine defy description and defy quantification. Instead of reading descriptions mostly, we watch them unfold in video.
Listen, in the grand scheme of history, this is a very regular thing that happens. Obviously, nobody supports murder and bloodshed, but it doesn't defy quantification. Do you understand? Yeah. Like, there have been brutal, bloody wars throughout all of human history and brutal genocides as well. This situation is not super special or unprecedented in human history, nor does its existence justify domestic terrorist attacks in the United States. I don't think we have to go much further into this.
Yeah.
But this is crazy, is it not?
Well, here's the thing is, too, when we start like telling people to go kill and do this and do that, you know, who's to say there isn't someone watching going, you know what? Hila and Ethan, they support the Israelis. Let's go kill them.
Well, that's what this is, right?
Yeah.
And it's scary because there are people watching Hasan and watching these influencers who are radicalized, who do believe that they need to radically lay down their lives and hurt other people in order to advance the cause. And when Hasan platforms and glorifies people like the Houthis and justifies them taking hostages and attacking ships and harming civilians and stuff like this, it lays the groundwork for exactly what we saw in Washington, D.C. They're so brazen and open about all of this. They feel no shame. There's no dog whistling here. They're just saying the whole thing. They're saying the whole thing outright, that violence is apparently justified, right? And that they feel like it's the only option. And we'll see Noah Sampson, who iDUBBBZ went and did an interview with, employing that sort of rhetoric himself. So let's go to the next slide.
Smart move on not covering current events, by the way. You mean specific current events or in general? Because, yeah, I think... Two pro-peace Jews dead. Read what they were saying.
Like,
pro-peace is crazy.
Read what they were saying, as though it's some sort of a justification to kill them.
That's
like that. I think that's unhinged. You know what I'm saying? I think that's unhinged to be saying shit like that. By the way, as he's saying that, iDUBBBZ is on the schedule to come on. Well, here comes Yeah.
Isn't this like, and by the way, like when you're doing like a Twitch platform for gaming and just chatting and all this shit, right? Do you need this attention about anyone on either side? On the Jew side or the Palestinian side? Do you? No! Like, buddy, these guys are fucking stupid. Uh-oh.
So, by the way, for people in chat, just to address, like, the reason I'm doing the pearl clutching and I'm going so hard on this is because it's exactly what the left does every single time there's a terror attack that they feel like they can use to their benefit. And I am really sick and tired of losing. I'm really tired of fucking losing, guys. And also, it's not even about, I just want to see these fuckers suffer. Like, I'm just gonna be real. Like, that's why I'm doing that. So I know people are like, oh my God, like, why is PPP saying? It's because fuck them. They deserve to be held by the same standards that they've been trying to enforce to everybody else on the internet for a long, long fucking time.
7-8 years.
So I'm going to prosecute that case against them. And if you feel like it's morally slurring or whatever, I really don't give a fuck, because I'm going to prosecute that case.
Yeah.
So
why is it every time that like the left will do things to the right and we have to take it, and then when it gets hit back, we have to have the higher ground.
We have to stand for the principles of freedom of speech and
we're
allow
losing everything
constantly. Like, okay, so here's Noah Sampson. By the way, this clip of Noah Sampson resurfaced. Listen to this. An iDUBBBZ decided to go on this guy's show. Even though he says things like this. Here, listen.
People living in the West have the most power over anyone else in the world to stop the genocide. We are living in the belly of the beast. We have direct geographical, physical access to the politicians, the propagandists, the weapons companies.
What the
Oh
my god. Oh my god.
Buddy.
And the supply chains.
Say that. So you're calling for people to attack politicians, journalists, supply chains. They have direct physical access to. This is basically a call to action for violence. And he feels totally comfortable doing this, as though nobody will ever hold him accountable for it whatsoever.
That are facilitating this genocide. Protesting is great. We should keep doing that. But also, I feel like we have to be honest with ourselves. 17 months in, and what is protesting actually accomplished?
Okay.
Protesting isn't enough, according to this guy. Protesting hasn't accomplished anything. We have to go beyond.
Sure, divestment, yeah, in some places, but really politically, materially, nothing. Israel just killed the most children in its history in a single night with total impunity, with a deafening silence among the Western media. If we want this genocide to stop...
So the Western media, the people who aren't reporting it, maybe they should be taken out. Maybe that's what it is.
That's the implication here, right?
Yes, of course it is.
It's time to escalate. That's all I'm saying. So anyways, yes.
It's time to
escalate.
It's time to escalate.
Whoa,
buddy. And this guy's allowed on YouTube with like 1 million subscriber platform. By the way,
this motherfucker, I think this guy will say it too, but this motherfucker, he doesn't want to do it himself. He wants to get one of the fans, an 18-year-old kid who's like, you know what, you're right. He wants to influence someone else. He doesn't want his life to be fucked up. He wants to brainwash someone into becoming some sort of next manifesto shooter. Are you fucking kidding me?
You can lay it out very easily, one sentence at a time. It's quite clear. We in the West have direct physical access to a bunch of people, including the propagandists, after just labeling a bunch of people creators, propagandists. What does protesting achieve? Well, some things, but overall, basically nothing. If we want this to stop, we need to escalate. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry. If you had a clear vision for what needs to be done to stop the genocide, you would say it, because you want to direct your audience into something fruitful. Unless the thing you want your audience to do is against TOS, criminal, violent, etc. He's calling for people to do something that he is too cowardly to say himself.
Yes!
He's calling for people to do dirty work for him. That's what this is. It is unambiguously a call for violence, okay? I'm sorry. And he doesn't want to spoil...
This is what's crazy, too, is these are all, like, rich trust fund kids, Nepo babies. A lot of them have never worked a fucking day in their life. They're champagne socialist millionaires calling on the working class, calling on people who are struggling in the system, who are poor, who are oppressed, who are calling on them to ruin their lives and lay it down while they live comfortable and easy in decadence. And that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Why don't you lead? Why don't you lead by example then and throw away your life and live in a fucking cell for 50 years if you feel so strongly about it, right? But this is just straight up crazy. Imagine encouraging people to just completely throw away their lives for a conflict 10,000 miles away in the Middle East that really has no effect whatsoever on their day-to-day lives. But they hammer this stuff so much that then these people that are mentally ill associate the fact, like they're working a minimum wage job that fucking sucks. They can barely afford rent or groceries. They're tired. People don't like them. They're having struggles with women, stuff like this. All of their troubles in life, they then put onto this Israel-Palestine issue, become radicalized, and then attack other people. It's fucking sick what these guys are doing, really.
Yeah, and if you're like worried about white people as well, remember there's young white people who get radicalized by these guys who fucking lay their life on the line for some Middle Easterns. Think about that. In America, you grow up in LA. I want to be like HASAN. You want these guys around teaching the fucking kids how to fucking
his cute little life. He doesn't want to his income and ruin the little cushy career that he's got. Of. He doesn't want to do that. He wants other people to up their lives and get thrown in jail or whatever else for him. He wants other people to be Luigi or fucking what's his face, Aaron Bushnell or whoever else.
All right.
Let's go to the next slide here. Kobe, this clip of HASAN happened to resurface. I found this to be quite funny.
Yeah.
Again next week when we discuss the legendary question of all time: old enough to count, old enough to mount? Question mark.
Whoa, buddy! Whoa, buddy! What was that?
Shit.
What was that, HASAN?
Let's go. Let's watch this. I remember when he did these videos and he was shit on so bad.
Back again next week when we discuss the legendary
professor, some shit.
Professor.
Question of all time: old enough to count, old enough to mount? Question.
Whoa.
All right, so now we get into iDUBBBZ's connection to all of this. So as all of this is going on, iDUBBBZ decides it's a brilliant idea to just go on to that guy Noah Samson's show and defend H3H3 being mailed human skulls. Can he not read the room? Can he not see the optics of what's going on? You have 2 Jewish people dead in a terrorist attack. You have the head of the ADL coming on CNN to call this stuff out, say HASAN is connected to it, that he shouldn't be platformed. You've got this guy, Noah Samson, justifying escalations beyond protesting, basically justifying violence, okay? And iDUBBBZ decides, you know what? Let me go on this guy's show and just defend the death threats, essentially, against H3H3. It's brilliant. Brilliant stuff.
One last question. Did you send the skulls?
Okay.
By the way, just look into iDUBBBZ's eyes, man.
Is his eye bruised?
He's so mentally ill. I don't know.
Is his eye bruised?
I don't know.
Oh, no. Okay, it's like a shot.
One last question.
He just looks tired, man.
He is so tired. When we get into the extended interview he did with Noah Samson, it's really, really bad how zombified and zonked out he is. Just a hollowed out husk of a human being. And I know we say that a lot, but this is a really, really, really massive example of it, because this is the first time we've seen him in a live setting with somebody who's not just going to talk and allow him to sit in silence, but is also, they're also just they're both low energy dead air merchants. So iDUBBBZ is forced to have to talk, and he is just totally broken. I mean, when you compare this to him from 5 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago, it is a night and day difference. It's crazy. But okay, let's see this clip here.
What is your opinion on the skulls, and did you send them?
Oh my God.
So he laughs at the idea, which is really bad optically, right?
Okay, we always say this, but it's the Pandora's box thing, right? You laughing and thinking it's great. You are opening Pandora's box to the internet to be like, okay.
Well, this is the thing, is he's opening himself up to have really bad things happen to him. And this is a guy, by the way, originally when he did this take, I had a very charitable take in my head. I was like, well, of course he doesn't think it's a big deal that skulls were sent to H3H3. He does the bad unboxings where all of this crazy shit is sent to him all the time. So, he's just a retard and he doesn't understand the broader context of what it means. But then I realized, wait a minute, no, this guy's a big time wussy now who has to, his bad unboxings, they have to be Amazon approved, and Anissa has to approve the items being sent before they even get sent to him. So he loses even that shielding of the bad unboxings. Also, there is a big difference, because I thought about it for a second, between a bad unboxing where you're consenting to have weird and crazy shit sent to you, and some guy in the midst of like an anti-Semitic crisis being sent human skulls to his house after Child Protective Services was called on him. Okay? There's a big difference between those things. Yeah. And if iDUBBBZ started having that shit happening to him, you know right well he would cry and piss his pants like a fucking baby. And by the way, this is now apparently Mr. Empathy, the guy who recently discovered empathy, but has no empathy whatsoever for the father of 3 children, having CPS called on him, and having human skulls, which is clearly a veiled threat on him and his family's life, mailed to his house. iDUBBBZ has no empathy whatsoever.
No, remember, he's only at 25% empathy.
Oh, yeah.
It was only a quarter.
I didn't send the skulls. I don't know. I thought the skulls thing was kind of humorous.
That's you can't crazy, bro. You say that?
The thing is, even out of a sense of self-preservation, you shouldn't say that.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff.
Even if you did think it was funny, you'd be like, oh, no, man, you should never send things to people. But if you're dogs, then people send you human skulls or fingers or some shit. You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
He's crazy right now.
It's insane.
And he's the most like hated internet figure right now. Like, or like beside like HASAN or whatever. Like, he is so hated. Even HASAN's side thinks that he's a loser. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
well, the whole time he was on Noah Samson's chat, Bad Empanada was just pressing him in chat about saying the N-word again and making a fool of him and laughing at him. Buddy. Nobody takes iDUBBBZ seriously at all. Nobody wants to bring him onto their shows because he sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
To hear that. Especially when I heard that they were like from skulls.com or some shit like that. That made it funny.
Yeah.
What?
Just to...
Whoa.
Okay.
He picked the worst possible time to join this team, man.
Yeah.
The worst possible time.
Like a death threat to a father, a family.
Yeah.
This Noah guy's scary. Isn't he like creepy as fuck? Like,
he's a really creepy, low energy, soulless dude. There's nothing in those eyes, is there?
No, man. Look, this one's completely black.
He's got the black eyes, the devil's eyes, the insect eyes.
That's scary. It's like hollowed out.
Was it a death threat?
Yeah, no. Skulls.com.
Like, that was like the way he's okay.
With the serial number still attached and the packaging still on it.
To be honest, I didn't know anything about it because I think it was linked to as like was it a response to my content column? Or was that before? I don't even remember.
So Ian's saying here, he found it funny before they knew they were fake skulls.
Which is even worse. Like, what is he thinking, bro? What is he thinking? Whoa, buddy.
Remember.
The empathy.
Do you think he sent the skulls himself?
He's such a loving and empathetic man.
I don't. Let's put it this way. I don't.
They were real.
And by the way, they were real. Yeah, they were real skulls. It wasn't from like a murder victim, but I think they're like donated to the site or the site buys them from wherever source, right?
That's still intense, no?
Oh, it is. It's actually crazy. And to try and pretend that you don't understand what the veiled message of that is.
Yeah.
It's so disingenuous.
Okay, for a second I thought they were Halloween style skulls. I heard they were real, but they were like out.
They were real human skulls.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Endorse sending skulls to anyone's houses.
Whoa, hang on.
endorse sending. Let's put it this way. I don't endorse sending skulls to anyone's houses.
He just thinks it's funny.
Especially
What if they
Ethan
ordered?
Klein's.
Okay, he's being sarcastic there.
Yeah, he is. He's obviously being sarcastic.
What if they ordered from skulls.com?
If you run skulls.
Oh, hey, oh my God. I want something so bad right now, but I can't legally. All right.
Okay,
well-
so now this caused H3 to fucking snap, and he decided he was taking the gloves off and going to war with Ian.
Okay, I'll say this. I don't endorse anyone sending Ian and Anissa anything at all, ever.
No, we
Don't.
we disavow that.
Yeah, very much
Not,
so.
it wouldn't be funny. We disavow that.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, and we're dead serious. Okay, so H3 reveals that Ian's a virgin. He's an incel. Well, it's like, guys, iDUBBBZ, Anissa, what did you think was going to happen when you based all of your rhetoric in response to H3 around the idea that he's an incel when he's a married father of 3 kids? Obviously, he was going to rug pull you guys and reveal the truth, which is that Ian lost his virginity to Anissa. He had never had a girlfriend or been with a woman before that. This is what he told me shortly before he started dating her. He was a kissless, handholdless, virgin incel. Imagine the only woman that you've ever touched in your entire life being Anissa Jamha, of all people. Oh, buddy. Sad. Pathetic. So all of this, by the way, all the incel rhetoric was projection on their part. Go ahead.
It's so funny that the last clip that we watched, by the way, flaked what I said there, taking it out of the YouTube video, obviously. But yeah, so the last clip that we watched was about him talking about how it'd be funny about the human skulls. And then H3's response is, "You're a virgin."
Yeah. Well, iDUBBBZ is going to condemn that. He's going to condemn H3 for making joking responses and memes and stuff. Instead saying it should have been a serious political debate and stuff like this.
Oh,
yeah, when we get into the full interview with Noah Samson.
But there's no political debate needed when you're dealing with someone like Ian. When he's like, you know what I mean? Like political debate. He's not even like a fucking debater. Read the fucking debate. Like, enough of this fucking shit.
He's a clown. He's getting clowned on.
Yeah.
So then iDUBBBZ goes, he wants that incel audience bad. I'm sorry. iDUBBBZ. H3 gets 30,000 live viewers a day. He doesn't need the incel audience, okay? Nor does he want the, like, what are you talking about, man? The person who's desperate for an audience is you.
Yes.
You even admit in your interview with Noah Samson that you don't know where you fit in on the internet anymore, which means you have no audience and you're desperate to find some place to fit in, which is why you're chasing crumbs of clout from HASAN PIKER's table. Okay? So this is, once again, total projection from iDUBBBZ. Big time.
By the way, they also, Noah and all these dudes, they don't like you. They're using you because you have audience that they could seep off of, they could break a piece off of, and when they're done with you, they're gonna toss you in the bin just like where you belong. Let's be honest here, okay?
So then Anissa, like, bizarre response. Why are you so sexually invested in us?
Yikes.
What does that even mean? But by the way, the rhetoric that you guys were using against H3 was that he was an incel.
Yeah.
So you made it about sexual investment, okay? You brought it to that place by saying he's an incel and this is incel rhetoric or whatever. Then she goes, "Do I phone 911, a priest? Who do I call to get him help?" I mean, I don't even know what to say anymore.
Her jokes are shit, dude. Here we go.
Then H3 goes, "I never planned on sharing that story, but after seeing him call the skulls humorous, I realized there is nothing they won't say or do. And so I'm returning the favor. My boy has not been so much as touched by the opposite sex before Anissa. In itself, it's not a big deal, but in the context of their relationship, I find it very humorous.
Because she's a whore.
Well, I mean, it's obvious what it is, right? It's that Ian never was in a relationship before, never had pussy before. So he was completely buck-broken by Anissa and allowed him to completely change the person that he is and reshape his entire life because he was whipped by the pussy and scared that he could never get another woman in his life. You know, that's what it really comes down to. And that's why he's changed so much. It's all because of his own desperation and insecurities. And then HASAN weighs in and says, sex god Ethan Klein. Okay,
yeah, but Hila was never an OnlyFans, been with like a ton of dudes, like type chick, right?
I don't know. Is it not acceptable to just be married with 3 kids?
Yeah.
I guess you have to be a pussy hound, fucking going into the club in your 40s and 50s, trying to pick up women. That's so pathetic.
Oh my God. Is this real? Is this real?
Is it 2 children? I thought it was 3 children. Is it 2 children? But anyway, Anissa then comes in. Why does Ethan Klein hate hot people? This is actually real.
Hot. You're not hot, Anissa. You are fucking ugly as fuck. Shut up. Oh, man. That's how I feel.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
And then HASAN comes in. 2 Israeli embassy officials get killed. And Ethan Klein predictably moves to make the moment about himself from the comfort of his mansion. The lack of self-awareness. HASAN, you're in a mansion making the whole thing about yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it's the exact same shit. HASAN stands on the graves of Palestinian children all day, every day, and makes a conflict 10,000 miles away about him every single day from the comfort of his Hollywood mansion. Okay? This is crazy. This is crazy work from these folks. It really is. He says, Lamau's still going, by the way. You're an immensely privileged, wealthy YouTuber who's using the backdrop of a live stream child holocaust to try and make drama slop as you call for deplatforming of pro-Palestinian voices. Have some dignity. You are not a victim, just a narcissist. Wow, did the pot ever meet the kettle? Oh, man.
Like, this will never happen, but in a totally just world, any kind of, regardless of your background, any kind of fucking Zionist tendency should be treated in the same way as being a fucking rabid neo-Nazi. And you shouldn't even let someone be the fucking local dog catcher as Felix.
I mean, that's pretty extreme rhetoric to say that if somebody is a Zionist, that they shouldn't even be allowed to work. They shouldn't be allowed to be in society. They shouldn't be allowed to hold office. That's pretty extreme rhetoric, HASAN. And you wonder why you've got people coming down on you, bro.
Felix was posting, if they've ever exhibited any sort of like positive feelings about the state of Israel. I'm so serious about.
Okay, so anyone who's had any positive ideas about the state of Israel shouldn't have a job. Like that's kind of that's a bit like. But
it is. I mean,
H3 doesn't even say that. H3 says that they're causing a genocide and he's against the fucking war, right? But you still call him a Zionist.
Yes.
So at what level does he have to go there with a gun and take out his own people? You know what I mean?
About this, Bernie Sanders is
he has to murder his wife. Okay, yeah.
He has this like old labor Zionist framework, I think, that is just utterly ridiculous, and that is something that he hasn't been able to shake away.
And if there is something you should preach, it's that these people are ultimately fucking useless, and you're gonna have to do shit yourself.
Yeah, here's the thing. I understand.
On Twitch, are you just allowed to say that you want to kill people?
I guess so.
Like, honestly, like,
I guess so.
Can you just like
I mean, it
Go on
sounds
there.
like a call to violence to me. No.
Or your
And-
brother?
What?
Sorry, go ahead, Hasan.
No, I understand that. Like,
Whoa.
Even okay, look, even if this is something that you believe in, saying it on the platform where you make money, like, and putting them in jeopardy, because Twitch is gonna fucking feel this, dude.
And Hasan pretends to be ignorant, like he knew what he was saying.
Oh, of course.
Then we have this here. Hasan Piker this week. Bad Empanada and I don't disagree on our ultimate goals. We just disagree on methods. Bad Empanada. Americans, if you want to stop them, take action. They have names and addresses. It's so easy to get a gun. And that's who Hasan is platforming now, openly, on stream.
Holy shit, bro.
Well, it's not, you know, there's just a mountain of this stuff out there, which is why he had to wipe his entire Discord history again this morning. Interesting timing. Here comes H3 with the big time dunk. The big time dunk on iDUBBBZ here. Let's go.
It's good. It's good. It was great. It's great even.
I thought I was cooking.
You were? You cooked.
So anyway, I think that it's important that people understand this about Ian's story, is that he was a virgin.
Virgin alert! Virgin alert! Virgin alert's tough iDUBBBZ till he was like what, 26 years old? 27 years old?
He had never even kissed a girl.
Never kissed a girl.
Kissless. No.
And then he met Anissa, who took his virginity and everything else.
Took everything else.
And took everything else from him. Ain't that the truth,
Oh
huh? Ain't
my
that the truth?
God.
But
Why did they go true? She
truth.
did take everything else. Like
also, that's just the context there. A little funny gag. It's a humorous little gag. I like the detail. It's funny.
I think they should be harsher. They got to be harsher.
I think so. He's got to be allowed to go mask off. So one thing that was that we didn't cover from there because it did get retracted was H3 in the middle of the night last night basically called Anissa a pedophile, which is pretty crazy. He goes to Anissa, he goes, "Weren't you 22 dating a 17-year-old?" So then Anissa was forced to go through and dredge up all of these receipts of the relationship, including the guy's age. Be like, no, he was actually 19 years old and I was 22. So it was legal and okay. But it was all part of H3's master plan to get her to both acknowledge that she reads her Kiwi Farms thread, which she did. She goes, "This is a Kiwi Farms lie. Oh, it's a rumor from Kiwi Farms' lie." And then also she revealed, of course, that she had been with men before Ian. And so therefore, she wasn't a virgin when she was in the relationship, and dredge up all that past just to humiliate and embarrass Ian, which is a pretty key 40 chess move. And then he immediately retracted the statement and then just laughed, admiring his handiwork. She's easy. She's a hoe. All right, let's go into this Noah Samson iDUBBBZ segment.
All right.
Guys, fair warning to everybody right now. This is the lowest energy dead air session that has ever. No. Go into folder one.
There we go.
Yes.
So
here we have.
Oh God!
I clipped this up. This interview, man, was this tough to listen to. Oh boy!
Is this worse than DSP? They're saying. Is the show worse than DSP's show?
Yes. Yes.
Greetings.
What up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
It's so awkward. Oh my God! Feel awkwardness immediately. Like, greeting.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
There's just no energy.
How's it going?
It's going well.
Whoa,
buddy!
Whoa, buddy!
Had a very productive day.
Oh my god! And he's using that camera, that thing that follows you, the app that follows your fucking head.
What are you working on?
I have been doing some editing. I got something.
Buddy, our Discord calls aren't even like this. Like, yo, what up, man? How you doing? Oh my, you see that thing? We're like energized. This is nothing. This is nothing.
Buddy, people's fucking conversations stoned on weed in a fucking living room playing video games are more lively and energetic.
Yes.
You pretty much have to be a fucking Fent addict to be this low energy or like pilled out on fucking Xanax. These guys are dead inside. And I just left this first couple minutes intact just so you can get a taste of how buck broken the iDUBBBZ really is.
Yeah.
He is absolutely cooked. Totally cooked.
Cooking up.
Cooking up.
I went
to be kept
to
under wraps.
Walgreens to do some, take some passport photos. And
oh my god!
Help! You know, you understand you're supposed to be an entertainer, right? You're supposed to be a performer, right? Where is the entertainment? Where is the performance? Where is the energy? Where is speaking about something that's actually interesting or engaging? And this is supposed to be for charity, for Palestine. You'd think you'd bring your A game to the charity stream, right? Which, by the way, I just want to point out, all of these guys want to whitewash themselves in their extremist rhetoric through charity, and it's disgusting. All of them want to use charity as a shield from criticism, and it is absolute bullshit. It's such a scummy tactic. I just can't stand it.
Oh my god, real fast, Ashton. Look what H3 said to Anissa an hour ago.
It just keeps going.
She goes, I'm gonna cook lasagna. I'm gonna use extra virgin olive oil. Oh, buddy. Like brutal. That's so
Let's
funny.
go.
That's funny as fuck. All right, let me just there we go.
Anissa and I ate some ketchup chips and some mustard chips.
Ooh. Are you in Canada or something? Or is it not a Canadian?
We're headed
thing?
there.
Ah.
Look, I'm off the coke. This is the one time I would recommend that people should do coke. Like, for real.
I don't know. Like, put on a pot of coffee. Now, this Noah Samson guy at least has the excuse that he's been on the air for 7 hours at this point. Okay. Which, by the way, it's just, I find it interesting with both of these streams that iDUBBBZ like sneaks in the back door at the very end of the stream when there's going to be way less people to see him because they're either embarrassed of him or iDUBBBZ is embarrassed of himself and doesn't want maximum exposure. I'm not really sure why he's scheduled for the last hour of both this guy and HASAN's stream. But unlike HASAN, Mr. Samson here is not going to bail Ian out whatsoever. This guy has no pride in his craft at all and is just going to take a fucking dump on the carpet and just let it be a terrible segment. He's going to force iDUBBBZ to have to perform. And when we see what iDUBBBZ has going on as a live performer, it's a fucking disgrace. Total disgrace.
Now, iDUBBBZ will always hide, be the last minute backdoor entry, but Ashton will find him. And Ashton will clip.
Oh, yeah.
No matter
oh,
what.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're like
I
Dave Foley, you know, Chris Farley, where he's the van by the river guy. Yeah. There's you, there's me. Here's you, here's me.
Well, when I learned that he was first going to be on the Noah Samson show, I immediately tuned in. And it was like the worst garbage. And I'm like, I'll be back later when it wraps up. I'll be back later.
Warming up.
Yeah, we're warming up. No, there. If anyone sees the hot mustard Doritos at the store, give those a shot,
bro. The content is the hot mustard Doritos at the store. And by the way, this is the thrilling, exciting, adventurous life of iDUBBBZ and Anissa. Is Doritos that are mustard flavor.
Hey, did you see the chat during this point?
Now, B. Jefferson, oh, the chat was just shitting on iDUBBZ for being low energy, not knowing what he's talking about. Now, B. Jefferson asked, does it get better than this? Yes, it does.
Okay.
Because Noah starts asking him questions that I don't think iDUBBZ really was equipped to answer. Like, and iDUBBZ just says shit that's so fucking cringe. And he goes on some real seed sessions and cope sessions throughout this. But this first 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I left basically intact just to give you a sense of how rough it was. It was rough to watch.
By the way, isn't Doritos part of the BMP list or whatever the fuck it is? The list of Zionists?
That's right. Wait a minute. Yeah. You can't eat Doritos, iDUBBZ. Are you not aware, buddy, that you're supporting genocide by buying those Doritos, Ian?
The BDS list. Yeah, the BDS list.
No.
Pretty good.
BMP.
Very good.
Low IQ interruptions.
We're live, yeah?
Yo, is he even like...
He doesn't even know if he's live or not. Whoa, buddy. By the way, guys, let's get some subs for the Falcon iDUBBZ segment. Let's get it going.
Let's go. Let's go. By the way, guys, thank you for the big fucking support. Cut Ranger this week has been fucking killing it. It's Ken, Arlios, all you motherfuckers. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. For real, guys.
Is there anything you wanted to talk about in terms of the internet?
Not really. I'm open to anything.
You know, he asked him, is there anything you want to talk about? Not really. Well, don't you want to talk about the genocide going on in Palestine?
What do you
maybe? And one thing I want to point out to everybody, at no point during this entire interview does Ian ever talk about what's going on in Palestine on the ground, or like how many have died, or, you know, like his conversion story of why he decided to get political and why it matters to him. Not that, oh my God, 50,000 have died and I just couldn't stand by any longer. Not, I saw footage on the TV of dead children and it disgusted me and brought me to tears. He has no understanding of anything that's going on over there, and it's just so transparently a grift. It's so shameful.
Azeroth for a sub, and Get Rog Worshipper for a sub. Thank you so much.
By the way,
appreciate
why
you guys.
Why go on a show if you have nothing to say?
Exactly.
The host asks you, hey, you have anything you want to say? No, not really. Then why are you even here? Why are you even on the internet?
Yeah.
Holy.
He really sees himself as a character. Like, me just being there is good enough, right? Sorry, you ain't iDUBBZ anymore. You're Mr. Jama. All right. H3 felt it Ian for a sub. Thank you so much.
It's so true. Like both Ghost Balls and Ethan Ralph's wonky hand here. Ghost Balls goes, what a boring, buck broken, sucking piece of felted fucking shit, buddy.
Yeah.
And then Ethan Ralph's wonky hand. It's downright disrespectful to come onto someone else's show with this low energy.
Yeah.
Isn't it though?
And
this is a guy who's raised $430,000 for Palestine that day. But you have no energy and nothing to say when you come on to his show.
It was a
week,
week,
you want to get into the Palestine girl. Oh, was it over the course of a week?
It was a week, yeah.
Okay.
So
okay,
because I was the last day. Ian came in the last
day. On the very last day at the last moment. And I'm sure he'll claim credit for all of it. I'm sure. Okay.
I saw you're playing.
Yeah, if that was one day, that'd be crazy. Be like, oh, it's over. We lost.
Some of those geography games before this. And, you know, fucking. I like that shit.
Play a little
geography
yeah,
games?
I'm super down.
I mean, I'm also, you know, I'm good to debate. I'm good to talk shit.
Debate?
Buddy, I would love to see this guy debate anybody on Israel Palestine. Can you imagine if he had to debate Destiny?
Oh.
Can you imagine if iDUBBZ had to debate Destiny? And I hate Destiny. You know, I think he's a cock and a fucking loser and a bum and abusive monster, all this shit, right? But Destiny would fucking chew Ian up and spit him out in 2 fucking seconds flat. I'd say pretty much any basic political commentator that even knows like the slightest basics of what each party stands for and what their positions are would thrash Ian in a debate. Anyone would.
Yeah,
Anyone would. Anyone that has any understanding of anything, because the guy is completely clueless.
Actually, yeah, I really hate Destiny too. But man, you show this 1 30-second video that actually this will make you laugh. This actually, so XQC is watching a Destiny clip that someone sent in. Very short, but watch this.
Okay.
Chat will love this too.
But
What the fuck is hand ring?
when you're hand wringing, isn't that when you're like?
I feel like that's anti-Semitic.
How is it anti-Semitic?
This is very anti-Semitic. What you just did. That they didn't see it. Why don't you show the camera what you just did with your hands? No. Show the camera first before you Google it.
That's an excessive display of concern or distress. Yeah, that's a real thing.
Can you show the camera?
What?
Because they want to see what the hand wringing thing looks like.
Sure. It was like this.
Okay. All right, dude.
All right.
Excuse me.
Oh man.
Oh, God.
Funny shit. All right.
To, just talk about what's happening on Twitter, elsewhere.
What is happening
we
on
can talk
Twitter?
about we can talk about Ethan Klein's Instagram stories. We can talk about
how about you start talking about holy
Noah's like, so what is happening on Twitter? And he completely like ignored that and continued his fucking list of rambling.
Palestinian plight. We can talk about what my dog was doing today.
Noah's like, is this guy for real? Like, look at his eye. He's like, get a load of this guy. Is he for real? Is this really what I'm being dealt today? Like, is this really what I have to deal with? He's seething, bro.
All sorts of good topics. I guess we'll start with something small like the Palestinian plight. When you're
what?
He just throws Ian right in the deep end. He just throws him right in the deep end to drown. We'll start with that was actually funny. His deadpan delivery on that. We'll start with something small, like the Palestinian plight. Josh nails it. He goes, "It's like a teacher called on someone who was barely paying attention." Mr. Jamha, tell me, what is the capital of Israel?
talking about, I was wondering if there was much in that more political vein that you wanted to say and perhaps didn't talk about in the video intentionally, given the target audience, or
so fucking iDUBBBZ is coming into BreadTube, and BreadTube's realizing he don't know anything.
Yeah,
he doesn't get anything. He doesn't want to even try to understand. Let's see what he says here. I'm curious
if that even was a an intentional choice or just to keep it
because he's
focus more on the.
So he's like, so I watched this content cop, and my impression was you were a fucking dumbass who was totally ignorant and didn't know anything about politics. But I'm curious, was this a deliberate decision on your part to hide your political convictions so it'd be more appealing to normies? And if so, can you outline your political convictions to us now? Is there anything political you want to say and get off your chest? Just testing them, just seeing, what's actually here.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna find out. It's sweet all.
I guess the stuff with you and Ethan specifically, if that was like more the.
Yeah.
Look at him.
That's a good question.
Oh man. He's such a deer in headlights. Look at this sigh, bro.
Yeah, I think
man.
I'm still kind of trying to find my place on the internet, and
he's trying to find his place on the internet. So he's basically like, look, I don't know anything about these politics, but I'm trying to become a chameleon to grift off of your movement. That's essentially what he's saying. Listen, I'm trying my very best to find a community of people to grift off of. And are you my new grift? Are you my new grift, BreadTube? That's what this is. He sounds like a dumbass.
Well, and it's like he's also, even if he does choose to be this, a part of the internet, he wouldn't even know where to fit into that group at all because he's got nothing to say. And he's boring. Even if he knew how to say what he's supposed to say, he couldn't do it because he's so SSRI'd out.
Well, that's it, is that the guy is either incapable because he's brain dead from the drugs and the cucking, or he's just unwilling to learn what he needs to learn to even fake being a left-wing grifter.
Yeah.
He has no idea what the talking points are even supposed to be. He's just totally clueless. Watch how he describes other bread tubers in relation to himself here. This is golden to me. I know for some people it's going to be kind of boring, but for me, it's pure gold.
Oh, this is great.
I think, I want to be productive, and I want to do things that I and speak on things that I care about. But I also know there's like different ways of doing that. I see videos like that you make and a lot of the people that you've brought onto your stream. And something that I've noticed with a lot of your guys' stuff is that it's so information dense and it isn't drama.
It's information dense, as in, there's actual information, statistics, and political ideas being conveyed. Which iDUBBBZ, I don't understand any of that fancy learning info stuff, but I know drama. It's like, buddy, how dumb are you? Holy dude. Oh man, just exposed.
It's like it's a little further down the
You're on a politics fucking streamer's show.
Listen
this
to
is
him,
what
though.
he does.
He's saying it's a little further down the funnel. So what iDUBBBZ is saying is that he's going to be like the entry-level blue pill for the left. Something like he's going to be like the Quartering or the Tim Pool or the Sargon or somebody. And then he's going to be what introduces people to these ideas. And then the real brainwashing and radicalization will happen further down the funnel. That's a really stupid thing for him to say. I'm not going to lie.
And I feel like, I might be a little bit more top of the funnel. And I really don't mind that. And I kind of want
What a way to say that you're a dumbass. I'm the top of the funnel, buddy.
Look at this guy. There's like Noah's like, we don't need you. We don't need.
I think it's fine to be
this is a job
free
interview.
Palestine and also
Yes, it is.
roll around in some of the drama slop.
He's got like fluff on his eyebrow, by the way. You see this?
He's like trying to. Oh my god, it's
And,
so embarrassing. He's trying to justify his purpose as to be a drama slop tuber, but part of his whole identity crisis or cock apology tour over the years is to say that he wanted to make meaningful content that wasn't slop content and that was actually meaningful and empathetic. And here he's just admitting he's nothing more than a slop tuber dummy.
Oh my god. Fear Norris is saying it. It's like he's like from Office Space. He's the boss from Office Space. So yeah, I'm gonna be the top of the funnel.
Palestine, and also
someone said he's the piss on the rim.
roll around in some of the drama slop. And
oh my god,
I just think for some people who are a little bit more like, I don't know, apolitical, or just like not really engaged.
Buddy, that fluff on his eyebrows really making me mad. Look at that. It's like, how does he not see that?
A video like mine might be their first exposure to it potentially. And
what are you talking about? iDUBBBZ really genuinely believes that there are people out there who their first exposure to hearing about Israel and Palestine will be an iDUBBBZ video. And therefore he has a duty. Like this is some insane shit, bro. That's some insane shit, bro. Oh man.
You're gonna watch Content Cop and go, wait, what's happening over in the Middle East? like that's where you first heard about Israel Palestine.
And so I know that to not
what's this Israel place?
Look at how felted iDUBBBZ is there, and his eyes are just downcast. He looks so miserable and sad. And then look at Noah. Noah's like, this answer is not satisfactory. You're not getting the job, Ian. You're not getting hired at BreadTube, buddy.
Make some people fall asleep.
Yes.
Like this stream right now is putting us all to sleep. By the way, this is like the edit. These are the good parts, chat. You have no idea how bad this got. No idea.
I put people to sleep. It's like, yes.
You know, it being on something that people obviously care about, you know, a little bit more.
Yeah, if your interviewer makes this face, you're not getting the job.
No. No.
I don't know, casually, it's the drama stuff. So that's the main reason. It's just like, I want, you know, and oh, that's another reason.
He's like losing me. Like what are we talking about again? You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. I know.
Shit.
As well, there's so many like well-educated people to speak on this, and I feel
Listen
like,
to
you
him.
know,
He goes, there's so many well-educated people to speak on this that he doesn't need to speak on it. So then why are you getting involved, Ian? He's just admitting that he's a total dumbass who doesn't understand anything. And so you're not going to be on BreadTube, buddy. You're not an academic. You're not a part of the intelligentsia class, pal. You're a dumbass fucking buffoon, and they don't need you. They just don't.
I don't necessarily want people to get the you know, the full scoop and the full bread from me, just like an intro.
He's saying, listen to that. He's like, I don't want people to get the full scoop from me because I'm nothing but a Jonna. I'm nothing but a stupid nincompoop who's uneducated.
She
That's
said,
so
he also said
pathetic, buddy.
he also said the full bread.
The full
Because
bread,
they're
like
bread
BreadTube. Come on.
How is this real? iDUBBBZ is the worst.
He's the worst entertainer I think I may have ever seen. Like, I actually think this is worse. I think this might be worse than Phil. Press 1 if he's worse than Phil. Press 2 if he's better than Phil.
Get it?
It's an ocean of ones. He's actually worse than Phil.
There's like one guy doing a 2, but he's just being a dick.
Phil's actually
of ones.
Phil's actually able to flow sentences together. Like, they might be dumb, okay, and cringe, but he's actually able to talk, whereas iDUBBBZ is just completely rotten in the brain. He's lost it. He's cooked.
Are you in that process now since you went woke, and then also since the response to the content, the H3 video, maybe, if that's changed the trajectory at all?
Look at him. He's so confused. Did you see his eyes there in like those last 5 seconds?
Oh, went woke, and then also.
Let me rewind.
Like
I
he's
missed
like,
this guy's whole question. He's
he's like staring into the fucking corner, like it's like 1,000-yard stare, man.
Are you in that process?
Potentially.
I want to hear this.
And where are you in that process now since you went woke, and then also since the response to the content, the H3 video?
You went woke. Where are you at in the political process?
If that's changed the trajectory at all?
Yeah, I think a lot of it for me is just like confidence.
That's not even the answer. That's not even the right question.
I mean, here he's just admitting that he has no confidence, that he has no belief in himself as an entertainer anymore.
But it makes no sense, though. Where are you in the process of after getting woke in your content? I need confidence. What?
I'm saying, like, you really have to see this to believe this stuff. It's
great. It's not even an answer.
And just trying to, feel good, feel proud, feel fucking energized, and
imagine like you have to try to feel proud
and good.
What? what's wrong with we all know what's wrong. Like Anissa broke this man. She completely reshaped him into her own image as just but a meek husk of a human being. And now he has to start from fucking zero. Like, I think it's like negative. Like most, like even children have more confidence than this.
Yeah.
This guy's destroyed.
Oh my God. And feel proud. Just think of the Freddie
Buddy,
got
like-
fingered. Proud.
This guy, like, buddy, you became like very financially successful. You had a career with Content Cop and the Bad Unbought. You don't feel any pride for any of that? Because he's been brainwashed into being ashamed of it all. So he has no confidence. The one thing that he was successful at in his life has now been taken from him. And now he's just completely destroyed.
Yeah.
To
crazy, dude.
You know, roll around in the shit, clap back, and not feel like not be so like I guess
clap back,
paralyzed that you're like fucking doing damage. And like to be honest,
yes,
what the
like he feels like he couldn't engage in drama, like he's paralyzed by the idea that he's doing damage. How about don't do drama then, bro? But then, by the way, so if you've now moved past that to have the confidence to feel like you aren't doing damage, are you going to take back your apology for the Content Cops? Because by that logic, you didn't do anything wrong then.
Yeah. This is turned into a
It
therapy
is.
session.
Well,
yeah.
Every single conversation this guy is in is a therapy session. It really is.
I think just to have a little bit more purpose. And you know, I feel super jazzed up.
This is therapy. This is
Bro,
literally
bring it
fucking
back.
therapy.
Bring it back 2 seconds. And then we're going to look at his face. He says he's super jazzed up now.
Look at this.
Is that the face of a man who's super jazzed up? Who's
Little bit
really
more-
happy and excited about his life?
No. He looks very skeptical there.
Purpose. And you know, I feel super jazzed up after.
Okay, this is the face he said right after saying that.
He's frowning. He's frowning. Oh, come on. He's super jazzed up. Listen to him. Look at him.
After this. And
Oh!
I hope this is
He's really jazzed up.
Well, like jazzed up the ass, am I right?
just the beginning. It's all also political. Everything's political. You have to
What a
acknowledge
thing,
that
by the way.
element as well.
What a thing to say for iDUBBZ to say that everything is political. Isn't that a complete betrayal of everything that iDUBBZ was ever supposed to be about as a performer and entertainer? Like the whole idea with him was it was just supposed to be fun and like silly, goofy shit.
Yeah.
Not that everything was political. And back in the day, he was super politically incorrect. Well, now everything is political and we all have to take everything super, super seriously at all times. What a betrayal of his audience and of who he was as a person. But the thing is, that was never who he was. He actually has no identity. He is just a completely shapeless, formless, wishy-washy subhuman is what he is.
That's... Oh, man.
I'm not gonna, run away from that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Noah's like, what? What was that? Noah's just like, I asked you, where are you and making videos like...
And I think, back in the day, I think one of my insecurities was like I didn't really want to kind of...
Noah's looking around like, what the fuck?
What, like, why are you talking to us about your insecurities? You're supposed to be on here to rip into Ethan Klein, talk about Palestine and the plight of the Palestinian people, pontificate about your politics. This is supposed to be a showcase of you to BreadTube so you can build that audience. And instead, you're talking to us about your insecurities as a YouTuber. Whoa, buddy.
Oh.
I didn't want to be known for like one particular thing. I was like, oh no, I don't want to be the Kickstarter crap guy or the content cop guy.
Now
but I think I'm a little bit over that.
Now he's the cuck.
He's the cock. That's what he's known for.
now, and I think I've realized that a lot of my interests are political. And
are they?
And a lot of
You haven't expressed a single political concept in a coherent manner during this entire program. You haven't talked about any policies you want to see implemented. You haven't argued against any policies that you disagree with from the other side of the aisle. He hasn't mentioned one statistic about Israel or Palestine or any anecdote, and nothing. But he's super interested in politics, guys. Just believe him. You can hear the enthusiasm in his voice.
These like past videos that I've made, they, quite a few of them, whether I'm like complaining about a particular topic or doing a content comp on something, there is
By the way, the content cop, that was the only thing he did that had to do with politics. He acts like, oh, I've been doing this for a while. No, you haven't. You've not been doing that for a while.
This like
even his podcast, by the way, that he's been doing every single week, none of it was about politics or very little about, or it was wrong.
The parts that he does talk about politics, he's just completely ignorant and just going off what he saw on Twitter, like emotional appeals. That's it.
Well, it's Anissa also bringing it up, not him in particular.
No, yeah, exactly. It's always Anissa.
Yeah.
Lining idea or like,
the Carton Arcs was about Jews, by the way.
Idea that I'm like fighting for or fighting against. So yeah, I do see it as
look at it. Like Noah's face there, he's like, man, did I make a mistake by bringing this guy on? I've made a mistake by bringing this idiot on.
The chat is shitting on him, huh?
Oh yeah, the whole time.
Content going a lot more political.
Noah's reading chat like fuck. I gotta
we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, I mean, it fucking matters to me, and I don't like it. I like what I was doing in the past in terms of like being able to be.
He says it matters to him, but where is the passion? Where is the enthusiasm in his voice? If it really mattered to him, it obviously doesn't matter to him, and this is a hollow, shameless grift to please his wife, so that his wife can get to hang out with the people that she thinks are cool. That's what this is.
Yeah. Definitely
on top of the funnel, but it felt very like immature and kind of like what's the word? Just kind of apathetic, I guess, and that is
the thing is nothing but apathy. No one cares.
Noah's nodding. Noah is not even hearing what he's saying.
Like the name of the game when you're doing like kind of slop tuber commentary is just,
oh my god, look at Noah's face here. Watch this, Ashton. Look at Noah's face here when he says that.
The name of the game when you're doing like kind of slop tuber commentary is just
he wanted
to say something. He wanted to say something to Ian, man. You know.
Like
pretend that it's all, you're above it all, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's true in some sense, but also there's a moral element to being a slop tuber and shitting on someone that's doing something that's fucked up, that everyone can see is fucked up. And
he's actually explaining to Ian why he shouldn't have apologized for his content cops and why he shouldn't be ashamed of that, because there is actually like a purpose to calling out bad behavior online. And if you feel like you're calling out somebody bad, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. But Ian can't recognize that.
Building it up and then shitting on them for doing fucked up stuff is exactly what an audience wants, because you're communicating that to them. Like you're I guess setting a precedent on a social moral.
Let me guess. Fucking Ian goes, yeah, and then rambles about something completely different and not like connected to what he's saying right now.
We'll see.
About like, oh, if you act like this on the internet, somebody's gonna shit on you and it's gonna get a lot of views. And I think that was
nodding.
One of at least when I remember watching them and saying, yeah, like that's there's like a broader.
Ethan as an example.
Oh, okay, Scott.
There are a lot of things to like mock him about, bring up, make him look stupid, all this sort of shit. Like the fucking tattoos are insane. Like I really
the self-awareness. The self-awareness of him saying that. Like the tattoos are insane. Ian, People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. But what's crazy is he's like, no, I would never have brought that up. But he did end up bringing it up in the content deputy.
Yeah.
So I just hit play.
To goof and rag on this guy, especially the first video.
1.5 times.
But
Go
I'm
to
like,
1.5 times speed.
Wow.
So not like what I really care about. It just feels, mean-spirited. And I held back a lot. I deleted a lot from my fucking timeline where I'm like, this really is not it. At least for me. I know that a lot of people just...
He wanted to remove mean-spirited stuff, but justifying the CPS call, justifying the skulls being sent to, that wasn't mean-spirited at all. You're gaslighting the guy, into thinking there was nothing wrong, there was nothing going on. That wasn't mean-spirited at all. Okay.
Yeah.
Just like Ethan would probably be like, oh, you're deleting the gold, the juicy stuff. But ultimately, it just didn't feel right to me. Maybe in the future, I'll feel like, and I am kind of being validated a little bit because I'm realizing like, oh yeah, like Ethan is like fucking posting on his stories, like fucking, he's like trying to make memes. Like he's trying to do all these.
How dare he make content?
What iDUBBBZ is saying is he deleted all the funny parts, all the entertaining parts from his video.
Do you believe
and
that?
Then I don't know. And then he's resenting the idea that H3H3 is trying to be entertaining and funny and make memes.
He didn't,
which is just
shit.
baffling.
He didn't make a funny joke or make fun of. Come on.
He's trying to appeal to like incels on the internet and shit. And I'm like,
incels. Yeah.
What an insane.
Everyone who agrees with H3 never had sex before. Like, shut the fuck up, you fucking.
It's 30,000 live viewers, and they're not all incels. Like this is crazy. This is crazy. And by the way, like this fixation on the term incel, you guys know it's not 2019 anymore, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know it's 2025, and the discourse has moved on somewhat from that. But it's the be-all, end-all. They're hyper-fixated on it because they got felted by the OnlyFans thing, and Ian was revealed to be a cuck. So the idea of incels is just living rent-free in their mind because they have to come up with some justification for the backlash against it. And in their minds, it's, well, everybody who disagreed or made fun of me was an incel. No, they just were laughing at you being a pathetic simp and a cuck, Ian. That's what happened.
Like, that's what the fight is. Like, I didn't even realize we were at that level. So... I don't know. I think I went in expecting something like a little bit more, a gentleman's game.
I tip my fedora to you, good sir. I was expecting a gentleman's game, Mr. Klein. Mr. Klein, you have failed to give me the gentleman's game that I expected.
By the way, his whole incel thing, do you think these leftists who are simping for Palestine and feminists and all this shit are getting mad?
They're getting laid left, right, and center. No, they're not. That's the reason they're feminists in the first place, is because they're desperate for a crumb. And they're hoping that by virtue signaling politically that someone will sleep with them, but it never ends up working out that way.
And they also say,
man,
if you work out, you're like MAGA or conservative. So it's like, okay, so you have a bunch of not the people who don't head to the gym, feminist, me lady, tip my fedoras, getting mad pussy. No, stop it. Okay.
I just love iDUBBBZ talking about it being a gentleman's game when he refused to show any empathy at all towards CPS being called on Ethan and refused to even really bring it up in the video. But yeah, it was a gentleman's game. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
You were just so moral and so wonderful, buddy.
And how many times have you heard male feminist gets accused?
A lot.
Right?
He fucking, like, if you look at my comment section right now in the content cop, it definitely gives you...
This is such a crazy cope. He gets a crazy cope here.
Yeah, this is good. This is good.
It definitely gives you probably, I guess, first fucking 20 are probably all like painfully average, comments. But if you get into, like, if you're trying to like get an opinion, like what does the internet think about this video? You sort of by newest or whatever you want to do. You're going to walk away thinking that like the internet hates it. Like everyone hates the video.
Because the internet does hate the video and all the points were bad. But iDUBBBZ is telling us that we can't believe our own lying eyes. We can't just go by the YouTube comments and the reactions by everybody online. We have to listen to him. And the video was actually beloved by everyone. This is crazy, Cope.
Even Noah's people are shitting on him right now.
Bad.
What a Cope.
I betrayed my friend. I want to make a quick buck.
So
Whatever.
the like dislike ratio was like 100% dislikes. They say that they like that.
Right, exactly.
What a straw man!
That
Like,
straw
it's
man is
ridiculous.
crazy, dude.
Well, bro, it was 100%, right?
It was more like 70 dislike to 30. Come on, let's be real here.
And I don't know, like seeing things on the back end, I'm just like, I don't see it that way, but I know that other commentary.
Show us the fucking back end. Show me the percentage. Show me the fucking purple line. Show me the purple line. Fucking reach.
Channels, regular people, when they're trying to get a temperature check about how people feel about this, they're gonna
read the comments, all the comments. Yeah, you want a temperature check? 98% of the comments are negative. Oh, but that's not good temperature check. Shut your mouth.
If the like dislike isn't giving them much of a vibe, they are going to go to the comments.
We all know how YouTube works. None of us here are retarded, okay?
And they're going to use that as a template for how they should feel about it. Not in all cases, but they want to have an understanding.
But
they want
that's
to be
projection, by the way. Why I left that part in, that's projection. That's what iDUBBBZ does. He goes and looks at the comments and goes, well, how are other people feeling about it? Well, I guess that's how I'm supposed to feel about it, because he doesn't have independent critical thought. He's not able to analyze things for himself and form his own opinions. He can only go along with what the herd is saying. And that's why it bothers him so much, all of the nasty comments and dislikes on the video, because the herd disagrees with his video. And that shatters him because he feels like he needs to be a part of the winning side or the winning team. It's very pathetic.
Tapped in, because I think a lot of people, that is like
I think he overreached here, though. And I think the reason he overreached was because of Anissa and her love for HASAN.
It's important. I want to know what people are thinking about video, generally speaking.
But not when it's your video. It doesn't count. Yeah, okay.
But I think we're in kind of
I don't know.
But
a new era. Like this
we're in a new era where comments actually aren't real. Okay.
Be, just maybe a left versus right in commentary or something. But I think there's a big force of really loud people in the comments, and they scare people away. And especially
Cope alert. Yeah, everybody was just scared of it. Everybody was ready to embrace the video and praise it as a masterpiece, but then they were just scared off by the mean, nasty brigading trolls. Come on.
It's brigaded fast and quickly, like within the first 24 hours of it being uploaded. The choice to have HASAN in the video. That's another thing that I noticed in the comments is, I think there were so many people, like that was a very active choice on my part. I was like, I think a lot of people are like, oh, you're such a bitch for having this guy in your video. I'm like, no, I think I would be a major bitch if I didn't take a fucking stand and had this guy in my video, because I think a lot of them come from this place.
iDUBBBZ had to take a partisan position on all of this inside with HASAN and take on all the baggage of HASAN and all of his political opinions and all of his friends like Frogan and Denims and everything, that he had to bring that on to himself. Otherwise, it would have been weakness. No, it's just stupidity what you did, because now everybody know, okay, it's obvious you're clout chasing HASAN. It's obvious your wife made you do this because she's horny for HASAN. And it's clear, instead of it being, oh, okay, well, there was a dispute between iDUBBBZ and H3 and iDUBBBZ is giving his opinion on it. It just immediately was, okay, so this guy's in the bag for HASAN. And that's why it was a bad rhetorical choice, Ian. But it was never about that. It was about clout chasing HASAN.
You need to appeal to the most wild. You need to cast your net so fucking wide. And I think the expectation was be on your own island. Do not you should be afraid of associating with these people. And I didn't want to do that because
you should actually.
I don't know why you would want to associate with them. And I know he doesn't want to. It's Anissa telling him to.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is that's super weak in my mind. I'm like, no, I fucking agree with a lot of the things that these creators have to say. Like to disinclude them would be just a fucking wimp move in my mind. So I think
what's going on with, if you want to talk about it, the creator clash stuff. I know you said you stepped away.
Oh my god!
So iDUBBBZ doesn't bring it up himself.
Opening the wound.
50 minutes in the last 10 minutes of this interview, Noah has to bring up Creator Clash 3. Great.
How are you feeling about that stuff?
Good. I mean, I feel free. I want to be able to fucking say what I want.
He feels free.
I'm not worried about putting other people in weird positions or whatever. So I feel good. I hope that the event is a success.
You already put them in like the worst possible position you could, and now you f***ed off. You're like, well, I'm not doing it anymore. You ruined the event. You totally crashed the event with no survivors. We still don't know if the event's even still happening, if there's a main event, if it's being postponed. We have no idea what's going on, and it's like a month away. So
it's not. I think they're gonna pull the plug, bro. I think it's over.
Yeah, it's.
I guess inverse question is, what does it feel like to see people, I guess, celebrating that that a charity event might fail because you're the one who started it?
Can we stop saying charity event when it's not a real full on charity event?
The last event lost money. Okay? And the Crater Clash 3 was never a charity event. From what we understand, none of the ticket sales and none of the pay-per-view were going to charity. It was only a separate fundraiser, which was only able to raise any money once HASAN came in anyway, which goes to show that the whole thing was unnecessary and it was a total vanity project. And just, you look at Noah Samson's stream. Did he have to do a boxing event to raise $430,000 that week? No, he didn't. It was all a vanity networking project for iDUBBBZ to invite out HASAN and other influencers to have a big special gala and network and feel like important people. That's what it was about.
And by the way, yes, I think that charity fundraisers should be called out if they are used for like this vanity project bullshit.
Well, it's a clear shield from criticism.
Yes.
What it is it's really no different than like indulgences in the 15th century or whatever, where you pay money to the church to get into heaven. Basically, these fuckers fuck up. iDUBBBZ says the NF combo. And so now he is doing charity to whitewash his reputation. It's not really charity if it's benefiting you like that. It's not really charity. You're doing it for a specific purpose, which is to get PR, and not because you're giving out of the goodness of your heart or to truly help a cause. It's to help you.
It makes me so mad because I'm like, do and say whatever to me specifically. Like hurt me and my wife as much as you want. You fucking losers. Okay. But yeah, I mean.
But Ian, so what he's actually doing here, he's trying to do reverse psychology by saying it doesn't bother him when they attack him and his wife, which it obviously does. And he's saying, no, it really bothers me more when you attack the charity event. What he's trying to do is get people to attack the charity event instead of him by saying it would bother him more for them to attack the charity event.
Nope.
It's not going to work,
Ian. Nope.
I feel like they're missing the entire point.
And then he's saying shit like hurt me and my wife. Like it's crazy. By the way, like hurt you. It's buddy. These are jokes and criticisms online. Like how is this hurting you?
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Just close the computer, bro. Just close the computer. Turn off your phone. Go touch grass like you claim that you do.
We enjoy hurting your feelings, okay?
It doesn't feel good,
Yeah, I feel like that's another case of.
Okay, but when you go into drama with a whole group of people and they battle you, it's like, well, you're asking for it. Ashton and I, we attack people online, we battle people online, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that we're surprised when people go after us? Like, oh my God, Review Tech responded?
Oh no.
No shit, they're gonna respond, but that's how you do it.
He's just such a sensitive, soft little bitch.
Yeah.
And he's not made for this. Let's be real. And it's not going to be very much longer before he's completely shutting down even these limited appearances. He's going behind the paywall and he's probably hiding there for the rest of the summer.
Oh, yeah.
At minimum, especially once the crackdown does start to happen, if it does happen on Twitch and other platforms. You really think the reason he's joined this side is because he thinks that it's the inevitable winning side. He thinks that it's the cool, badass, winning, powerful side, and that the victory of HASAN and his orbiters is inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. He really thinks that nothing will ever change and that they're always going to be celebrated. Whenever you go into politics, especially extreme politics like he's doing, you stand to lose an awful, awful lot. So you better actually believe that shit, because bad times can happen. And he's about to experience bad times. I don't know what to tell him. He bought in at the wrong time.
Behind the iron paywall.
The personal is transcending any semblance of things that are important, or like any principles of like, what was the charity for? Like cancer research, or I don't even remember.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Stand Up
like
to
cancer is bad, comes below. I don't like this guy, and I'm going to talk about not liking this guy before I talk about cancer's bad.
It's ridiculous.
Listen,
it's just
we don't
it's
like
just ridiculous.
We don't feel bad. We don't feel bad at all.
So just to explain what their position is. So if Benjamin Netanyahu starts raising money for cancer, are you not allowed to criticize the genocide going on in Gaza?
Whoa.
Or, you know, if a Zionist is raising money for this charity or that charity, you can't criticize their views. Obviously, they don't believe that.
Yeah.
It's just very pathetic the way they're framing that.
Great point, by the way.
Ran out of dye, so I only got
Great
half, but I kind of like the half and half. I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep it.
That's good. I've seen there's a lot of creators, a lot of women creators who got the half and half. I think we need to start repping it.
Yeah, you think you will?
iDUBBBZ is talking about dyeing what little hair he has, like Noah Samson's hair, the half blonde.
Chris.
Oh, come on.
iDUBBBZ, I hate to break it to you, but you aren't part of even their club. Okay?
Oh, man.
They all hate you.
Will you ever dye the buzz?
I could do that, yeah. When I was younger, it was a big fad in Southern California to bleach your hair. And I think I want to go back there. Especially
You
with
could do
buzz cut.
something with bleach. Sorry, cut that out, Flaked.
It looked crazy.
Yeah, you look like Frank Ocean, man.
Yeah. Although my hairline's kind of receding a little bit, so I don't know. Like some of my hairline will disappear even more.
It's
gone.
He's
gone.
receding. He's bald. It's gone. It's just look at him there. Look at him there. He's trying to. He knows right where the hairline is at. You know,
his hairline's like right here. It's like above.
Oh man,
the whole front face is gone.
Bleach blonde, I think. It's a little too similar to my skin color.
Yeah, I respect that because I'm worried about my hairline. It's already high up, but
he's covering the shave. He moved the headphones to cover the comb of his hairline.
A buzz with the receding hairline. It's it looks good on you. You know, it sounds like it would be very scary, but you rock it. So, one last question: did you send?
It sounds like it'd be scary. It sounds like it'd be scary to rock that receding hairline, but you rock it. But he did not, in fact, rock it. That's so funny what he just said.
You rocked the receding hairline. Is that what he just said?
No, bring it back. It's actually so
sounds like
petty.
You rocked the receding.
The receding hairline. It's it looks good. Rocking a buzz with the receding hairline. It's it looks good on you. You know, it sounds like it would be very scary, but you rock it. So.
Oh my god!
One last question: did you send the skulls?
All right, this is the skull part, which you know, as Anissa was seeing this, she was ripping her fucking hair out of her head. Like, no, he fumbled it on the very last question and just wrecked the whole appearance.